Prepare yourself, guys. This is
Very weird.
T3 Media.
Through the media.
What up, guys? Oh man, I hope this. Oh man, I'm already getting a frame rate drop alert, man. But also, okay, so let me just hurry and speed through this. Hey, welcome, guys. This is We Got Your Mail. I know this usually drops on a Saturday, but I'm filming it live right now because I wanted to hurry and knock it out. I could have pre-recorded it. I probably should have pre-recorded it, but I'm gonna see what I'm gonna keep testing out this new streaming service and make sure this is all running smoothly and whatnot. So it's going to be a shooting star kind of a stream. So what does that mean? That means, well, I will record it live with you guys right now. If any of you guys want to chime in, hit the like button, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. Anything that you might say about whatever we're talking about, chime in and I'll talk about it. You send a super chat. Hell, I'll really talk about it. And support the channel when you do that. I appreciate it, guys. But once this live stream is done, then it will go unlisted and I'll tinker with it a little bit, edit some stuff out, and then the actual We Got Your Mail will come as it always does on a Saturday. That's what she said. And so let's get right into it. We got a couple of the questions, the comments, the concerns that you guys put in the box that we're going to talk about from the week. We're gonna go over a couple of them. Some that I really wanted to go back and forth with you guys on, but I got overruled. There was some negative stuff in there, and I was told not to engage. So I won't do it this time. Well, you never know if I get enough of this secret sauce. Maybe next time. After that, I'm also going to record live some of the stuff that we didn't mention on yesterday's show, the stuff for the After Dark stuff. I wanted to do the After Dark stuff. I always like to have a co-host with me on that, but it's been a while since I've uploaded some stuff for the members only thing and for our members, the content that I promised for months to do that. I've been real bad about that, so I'm about to do that right after the show. So let's get into the We Got Your Mail portion of it, and let's just start it off right now. So the first question that came in that we want to talk about came from, was it UltraSuperDuperFreak? So do you mean theaters with actors on? This was about me discussing theaters shutting down and that whole thing. Do you mean theaters with actors on a scene or one that shows movies? Theaters, I totally read that wrong, or ones that shows movies. Theaters on a scene will clearly continue. It's still a unique experience. Movie theaters has access to brand new movies that you can't watch from home. That's not true. So I don't see why people would suddenly stop using them. Because that's where it's going, bro. Disney just said we're focusing more on streaming. So I mean, we've had a taste of what it's probably going to be like in the future in 2020 with the pandemic. I mean, if the theaters are closed, how are you going to watch them? Yeah, we can wait until the theaters open up again, but what if they can't wait? That's why a lot of these movies have been coming to their streaming platforms. And little by little, I mean, we was in the peak of the greatness that was movie theater experiences. A lot of AMC was investing in transforming all of their theaters into these plush reclining seats. I mean, the bigger screen, the sound, it was getting good. And just when it was getting real good, that's when the pandemic hit. And now I'm here in Houston. An AMC 30 that was there forever, gone. I'm telling you, they're starting with the bigger ones because they're real estate. I'm also a real estate broker, so I know real estate. The bigger ones are more expensive to keep that land and to hold that lot. That it's very expensive, so they got to get rid of them. Those are going first. Then will be the smaller theaters. But luckily, the pandemic and all that stuff is we got hope on the way. So once the majority of the people, and if we still hopefully if we wear our mask, stop doing this whole only thinking about me crap, and do what needs to be done to crush this thing, then the theaters that haven't shut down, if there's a bailout, I don't know. But the ones who haven't shut down by then will survive. But trust me, they're going to start with the bigger ones first. The AMC 30s in your area, 30s or more. I don't know if it goes higher than 30 in some areas. Those are going first. Anything between the 20 to 30 range, gone. If you got an AMC 10, a 15, a 12 or whatever, they'll try to hold on to them. Those 30s and up, they're gone. They're going to be gone. So hopefully it won't. But yeah, dude, that's exactly where it's going. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying, that people will eventually want to, go back in the theaters. I'm debating on whether or not I want to see Wonder Woman 84 in the theater or not. I got HBO Max. But I'm like, dude, I want to go into a theater again. The last movie I saw in the theater, the last movie I saw in the theater before the pandemic started was The Hunt. I had a good time. The last movie I saw in the middle of the pandemic was Tenet, because I wanted to go back. I missed it. And we were the only ones in there, so it was great. It was like a private showing. Wonder Woman might be one that I might take the risk again. I might do it. But dude, absolutely it's possible that but never underestimate the laziness of people. I need to do a video about this. That's the blockbuster effect. They underestimated that people would be, people don't want their movies delivered straight to their home. They want to come into our stores. Like, yeah. And then all of a sudden, when Netflix was getting super big, then all of a sudden Blockbuster was like, you want to sell your stocks to us again? They're like, nah, son. Don't never underestimate the laziness of humans. People will choose convenience over that luxury experience. I hate it. I want that experience. And I hope you're right, dude. But if I was to bet, I'm betting on the laziness of people. Never bet against the laziness of a fellow human being, man, because they will never fail to disappoint you. But yeah, people will choose that convenience over that luxury, man. It sucks. I wish they wouldn't, but dude, if I was a betting man, they gonna choose that laziness. But UltraSuperDuperFreak, appreciate the your input on that, and keep them coming, bro. Keep them coming. Let's go on to the next topic. It came in from Big Lou. Big Lou says, at the beginning when she said, this is about Amy, on her reaction video. When she says, "Hi, I'm Amy Numan," I thought she said, "Hi, I am human." Maybe she did. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she did. I mean, she is a human being. And Amy's work is out of this world, man. Is Amy Numan really an alien life form that's come down to help me with this channel? Maybe. And she's trying to convince you, I am a human being. Or maybe she's a woman that's like, I want my damn respect. Hey, Chris, I'm a human being, man. You can't just make me do all these damn reactions all the time, and then you're not going to do any anymore. But they don't want to see me do the reaction. I would react to Bill Burr, but I've seen all those. I've already seen everything Bill Burr's done. So they want to see you because you haven't seen them all. But that was funny though. I think I'm the one. Usually whenever there's a situation of being accused of talking too fast, it's usually me. So it's funny to see that perfect Miss Amy wasn't heard correctly. Let's see here. Jim Slim comes in with appreciate you listening to me live, man, and hit the like button and help this video out real quick. I would rather wait a few months to go to the theater than see the movies on a streaming service. Thank you, man. I'm glad to hear you say that. Me too. But like I said, never underestimate the laziness, man, of people, of the masses, especially them bootleggers and stuff out there. Oh yeah. Can't wait to watch it at home. We got the couch. Netflix and chill became a thing. Popcorn. One person was like, popcorn is too expensive. Well, there's a reason for that. I mean, everybody thinks that a lot of people think that movie theaters get like a 50-50 cut on those ticket sales. That's not true. That's not true, man. The reason why popcorn and all that stuff is expensive is because movies, it costs a lot of money to maintain those theaters. I used to work in a movie theater, man. It costs a lot of money. But would I rather? I'd rather have a badass home system and watch a movie for the second time after I had that experience at the theater versus relying on my home theater system, man. But it looks like, in due time, that's where it's all going to be going. But appreciate it. Also, I fear that Black Widow will be $30 on Disney Plus, which I really don't want to pay. I think I think that they learned their lesson from Mulan. Would or maybe not. Would it have been better for that question to be in the form of a super chat? Yes, it would have. Who said that? No, I'm just messing with you, man. I'm gonna answer it. I said that I was only gonna do super chats. I'm trying to be like my mentor Campy, but you got some. But it's just me and you right now. So let's talk. What if they started instead of doing it with Mulan? What if it was Black Widow they did that first with? It's a Marvel movie, you know, that's the genre and everything. Man, that would have been a gut punch because I would have paid. I did not pay that $30. I wanted to see Mulan, but I was like, the second I saw that, I'm like, I can wait. I still haven't watched it yet. It's out there for free on my membership, my Disney Plus subscription right now, and I still haven't watched it. And I've been meaning to watch it, but I want to watch it with my whole family. So I'm waiting for them all. We all get together and watch it. So probably when Christmas vacation starts for school, my kids and I, we can all sit together and watch it. But I still want to watch it. But what if they did that first with Black Widow? It would have felt like you dirty mother clutches. You. Take it. I'd have did it. I would have done it. But it would have been dirty. I hope. I heard that they're not going to do it, but you might be right. I hope not, but you might be right about that. All right, move on to the next one that comes in from a member, James Merlaut. We still haven't. James, you still got to correct us on that, man. What is the correct way of saying your name? He sends us a long one, but because he's a member, I'm gonna read through it. Going to have to disagree with the current results of this poll. He was talking about one of the polls for We Got Your Vote. I can't remember which one he's talking about though. Thus far, 60-40 in favor of movie theaters for the sake of convenience. Going to the theater is all about the experience. You're in a perfectly dark room surrounded by people getting freaky who for the most part remain quiet for the show, right? So even if you go alone, you won't be alone as you watch the latest big release. Let me repeat that because I like that. Even if you go alone, you won't be alone as you watch the latest big release. The screen covers your entire vision. And yeah, those big IMAX ones, yeah, they do. Immersing you into the world in which the movie is set, capturing you for 2 hours, sometimes 3 hours, an hour and 30 minutes, an hour and 24 minutes, including the trailers, moving you from your world and any problems or worries that you may have within it. The only downside is the cost of popcorn. That's the one I was talking about with the cost of popcorn and drinks. And dude, James, you described exactly how I feel when I go to the movies by myself. I used to tell girls when I was still dating that you're being judged right now. You're being graded on how you act on this date when we watch this movie will determine on what's going to happen in the future. So you better be on your best behavior. You want this? You better be on your best damn behavior. I used to tell girls this all the time. I wouldn't tell it to their face, but I would be thinking it. The second you start asking me too many questions, you interrupt the movie, you take me out of it, I'm taking you out of this relationship. But that's how I was. So, but I'm exactly that same way. When I'm alone in the movie theater, and I'm probably in the center or not. When I say alone, even if I'm surrounded by people, if I'm surrounded by strangers, if I went to the movies by myself, it's just me and the screen. I'm in that world, just like you said it. So hopefully enough people that think like you, me, and our boy Jim Slim here, hopefully it'll be enough to bring back that magic in the movie theater. That was a good one, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, James, for staying a member and being a member and contributing to the channel as you always have done. Next one comes from what is this? From LC Pledward 74. Marvel has announced that they will not recast T'Challa. Yes, I am disappointed with that. So it looks like Shuri will take the mantle. That's not what he said. Of Black Panther. The fan community is divided. And personally, I think it was a mistake. Okay, so obviously you're talking about it was a mistake not to recast, or are you talking about it was a mistake to go with Shuri? He didn't say, so he didn't even specify what he was going to do. My theory was because he was being real careful with his words. We're not going to recast. Okay, so that means currently Chadwick Boseman still is Black Panther. Are you going to do a CG thing? I'd be okay with that. But then I was getting a lot of pushback on that, saying, nah, that'd be too creepy. You're going to watch a movie with a man who passed away and watch his likeness for 2 hours? I was like, yeah, you got a point with that. Even though they did it with Tarkin on Rogue One, but it wasn't for the whole movie. He wasn't the star. So being the star, yeah, it'd be a little weird, man. But I would prefer that over a new Shuri. John Campia, not telling you, I'll tell you I'm a fan, because I was actually accused of not being a fan. John Campia said that because within the world that they started to build with the Black Panther, M'Baku ain't gonna be led by Shuri. The second she takes the mantle, I challenge, take away, before you give her those Black Panther powers, let's go on to that waterfall. I'm gonna beat the crap out of her, and she gonna surrender to me, or I'm gonna kill her, because I ain't gonna be led by her. He's already proven he don't like her, and he almost beat T'Challa by that much. Almost won. You think he's gonna be led by Shuri? Nah, son. No, not that character. Not the one we saw. He has respect for that family, and he is a leader. He ain't gonna be led by her. It's not gonna happen. I 100% agree with Campy on that one. But what if they do the CGI thing? That'd be weird, man. But I'd be okay with it. But a lot of people more people probably would be upset with it than okay with it. Let me know what you guys think about that idea. Moving on to the next question from Michael Roberts. Regarding John Campia video, this is the one I always get ahead of myself at T3 Medias. Cool, man. I'm a fan of both. I didn't realize you watched the show. I just wanted to give some context because I love both you guys. Thanks, man. I appreciate you. But obviously I misunderstood. There are just so many of these YouTubers nowadays whose entire shows are taking on other YouTubers out of context and attacking them. Yeah, like those like the what do they call, like all those fandom, I guess I'm gonna throw a shot right now, those fandom menace guys, man, those geeks and gamer guys, everything. What's her name, what's that girl, woman, 40 something, red 47 or whatever, who that red, the girl with the glasses and the red hair, who's always, everything's Brie Larson. She's cornflakes every morning. Oh my god, what a big, like every day, that's the whole show. That popcorn, what's that dude that used to be on Screen Rants, and now he's got his own thing after his scandal? I gave him credit for getting ahead of it and manning up and confessing to it. And he tries to pretend like he's a neutral dude. But when your channel is always constantly attacking another YouTuber who doesn't acknowledge you, then you fishing for you just trying to stir up the hate. Your audience is the I'm mad about every guy thing audience. And look, this channel could have been, I said it all the time, especially with that Mecca Harper, whatever her name, Mecca Random 42, whatever her name is. I said it about her. I said, I could make this channel about just like that. I could pick Chris Hemsworth, for example, and make Chris Hemsworth the target of everything I hate. And everything, even though I don't really feel that way. But if the YouTube God said you start hating on Chris Hemsworth right now, you get 1 million subscribers tomorrow. You guys might be thinking I'm crazy. Maybe it would work. Maybe if I made this channel all about hating on one actor or every actor, Star Wars ain't doing what I like. I built it up in my mind and they didn't do it. Oh yeah, Kathleen Kennedy, Brie Larson, everybody. Oh, I gotta hate on that YouTuber, John Campia and the popcorn and Mecca Harper. No. And when I started to realize that I was doing that or leaving just a tad, I stopped. And I never, and I know this is the exception because I just brought her up again, but I said I would never ever bring her up on this channel again, unless they attacked me first. If you mention me, I might fire back. I'm a counterpuncher. But I brought it up again just to give you guys context of what I was what I'm talking about here. But because I hate those channels too, man. I thought about it. Do I want this channel to become that? No, I don't have time. And maybe I'm making a mistake. Maybe I would get 1 million subscribers tomorrow by being one of those channels. But I just don't have time to pretend like I got that much hate for people or that people control me that much. That I got to focus on. It's just too many things to talk about. I want to waste a couple of shows on the same thing I was upset about 3 weeks. I just don't stay mad that long. I mean, if we got a beef, we got a vendetta, we can handle it in person. I'll keep my mask on. But I'm not gonna waste time pretending like I'm gonna beef with somebody who's got another YouTube channel. We are never gonna meet, most likely, and we're gonna talk hard as if we can kick each other's butt, and we can never gonna prove it. It's all about who's gonna say it harder. I ain't got time for that. I'll give it to whoever you are out there on YouTube who hates me and you want to have beef with me. You win. You would beat me up. That's it. I'll let you win. But if the day ever came. You're gonna have to prove it. And you're gonna have to prove it. But if you just want to be the I can talk mess guy, yeah, you got it. Yeah, because I ain't got time for it. So and I agree. So what happened there was that I made a video with John Camp about John Camp, and I was teasing John about something he said about Sister Act 3. And he said nobody was asking for a Sister Act 3 movie. And nobody was out there. And I said, well, John, on my channel right here, I said, well, John, there is a community out there that has been asking for a Sister Act 3 for a long time. Maybe you're not familiar with that community, but I can attest. And I said that he would probably, if I told him that to his face, he'd probably backpedal, like, okay, maybe you're right. And then Michael was like, no, you don't know no John Camp. You ain't no John Camp. And I told him, I said, hey, dude, hey, Mike, I am a John Campion fan. You misquoted me right now. I was just teasing. I've had me and John. We don't know each other. I've supported his channel. We've had dialogue together. I've been on. You have seen T3 Medias. If you watch all the super chats and stuff, you have seen T3 Medias come up a couple times. We've emailed back and forth before. I've been featured on Robert Meyer Burnett's channel before. So I know I don't know them, but yeah. So then he sent this like, oh, sorry, I didn't realize, and you're right. He also said that this was the first time he's ever felt the need to bomb back at a YouTuber for doing that. And I think he was compelled to do it because he's both a subscriber of this channel and that channel. He's like, I don't want to see my two favorite, I'm sure mine over his, beefing. But there's never going to be John. Even if I'm teasing, John's never going to acknowledge me. I don't have enough subscribers. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm a blip. If I acknowledged him and told him and he decided to read the email, he would be like, congratulations on your channel. But he is so focused on his own thing, he ain't even worried about it. Even if I'm sending him good wishes and stuff, he'll take the good wishes and he'll move on. It wouldn't. Trust me, this channel will never be a channel to start stupid beefs or stupid things like that popcorn channel. Anyway. Was that a shot fired? Did I just fire a shot? Maybe I did. Who knows? That popcorn. What's that popcorn channel's called again? Popcorn Planet? Yeah, that's what it is. I will never do that crap. All right, moving on. From Samuel Johnson Jr. He writes, CGI would be in poor taste, probably talking about T'Challa, and kind of morbid. I think that the torch will pass to a new character, which Kevin Feige said it wouldn't. Feige never did show the cast of Black Panther 2 at Disney Investor Day like he did with the others. That's a good point on the other show. It's a good point. That is a very good point. He was so, I felt like he was being so cryptic. He's like, we decided not to recast. Okay, so that means that currently T'Challa is still being played by Chadwick Boseman. So what are you going to do? If you're going by the script that was already in place, that you were already going to start filming in June, July of 2021. So that means you're probably going with the same script that you had. What's going on? But I guess we'll find out. I'm curious about that. Let's see. Let me try to speed it up here real quick. What's the next one? Thanks for the comment there, man. It's got me curious. Joe Ryan, he sends in a long one. Joe's been contributing a lot to the channel. Hey Chris, I love the Star Wars franchise. I'm old enough to say I saw the original movies in the theaters as a kid. I have been shunned by my friends for not watching the Clone Wars or Rebels. They say I cannot possibly know what's going on in The Mandalorian, and I agree. I tried to watch the Clone Wars, but I found it tacky and corny, especially Ahsoka's role. I don't fault the animated series. I fault myself for losing a part of my inner child. Well, that's not really the situation there. On the other hand, I love Rosario Dawson. I will watch anything she's in. Anything. On another note, I just started watching the series Haven on Netflix. It aired from 2010 to 2015. I'm on season 1 and I love it. Have you seen it? No, sir, I have not. And I've heard of it. It sounds like you said it's over 2010 to 2015 season. Okay, so Haven. I've heard of it, but I have not started watching it yet. I'll go check it out. Jim Slim, I think Shuri as Black Panther makes more sense because it was in the comic. Yeah, but they don't always do what's in the comic. Civil War was in the comic, but they didn't follow it to the T. All right, moving on to the, let's see, what question are we on? Let's move on to the next one here. Is that, yeah, here we go. From Dietrich42. Dietrich 42 said there are over 100 billion stars in our galaxy. There are hundreds of billion galaxies in our universe, each with hundreds of billions of stars. The human race is so insignificant to the grand views of the universe. If there is a God, I'm thinking we're talking about the George Carlin reaction. He and she is keeping the laws of physics working like they do. I do believe in God. The universe is always in constant state of decay, called entropy. Amongst all that chaos, there is order. Where did the order come from? Human intelligence, human animal instinct, human being willing to follow a herd. I mean, that's where the order comes from. I mean, I used to say when I was younger, that whole Big Bang thing, we making something out of nothing. I mean, really? So I mean, I don't know. I don't have the answers. I don't have the answers. And anyone who says they do, they don't. They're just repeating what they were already told. So where did that order come from? I don't know. Maybe it came from him. Maybe it came from the Tesseract. I don't know. Well, I'm sure. Well, I guess we're all gonna find out eventually one day. That's a heavy question, man. That's too rich for my blood. I appreciate the question. Coming in hot again from Joe Ryan again. Now all I can think about is both you, Chris, and Amy dressed as princesses. This must be a comment that we made during the show. And showed off your princess boobs. Your subscription would go through the roof. Yes, both of you, princess. So you want us to both dress up like princesses and show off our cleavage? I mean, I don't want to have to. I would obviously outdo Amy because I'm sure my princess would be 10 times better. But that's an idea. I don't think Amy's gonna sanction that one because I don't want to scare off too many of you guys by dressing in drag. But you never know. I can be talked. I'll do anything once. You put it in the box, make a super chat, or on Patreon. Man, I'll definitely do it. I'll buy that for $1. Where's that reference come from? Thanks, Ryan. Exeme Loom says it's funny how Marvel just straight up copies everything DC does and gets away with it because people like Marvel more than DC. I can't tell if that was a pro Marvel thing or anti Marvel thing, but it was funny. The only two comments on that poll for the whole Flash is doing the multiverse thing and going back to other franchises and bringing them in, and then the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is doing that in the live action format and doing it also, going back to past franchises and bringing that in. My question was like, who had the idea first? Was it a cosmic coincidence? Did they both just happen to have the same idea? Kevin Feige says that his stuff is like 5 years ahead in the making. He has a 5-year plan. and when the DCEU started and they jump started with Justice League right after Man of Steel and everything, they were pretty much in we got to catch up mode. So I'm leaning more towards this is a cosmic coincidence. After Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse came out, which is also into production. I mean, they said they were already going to do a Flash movie, but they didn't specify that they were going to do Flashpoint and do a multiverse thing. So Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse was already in production before that was even revealed. And if they already did it with Sony there, then MCU can do it themselves too if they wanted to, and say that they got the idea for that. From the Spider-Man and the Spider-Verse thing, or from, because comic books always do multiverses thing. It could just be a cosmic coincidence that both of them decided to do it around the same time in movie form. Or they could be stealing, or the Marvel versus DC thing could still be going on behind the scenes and on our face and stuff like that. But we'll be able to sit back and watch it all and enjoy who did it better. Was it Flashpoint or was it Marvel? It was funny. I got two comments. I got that comment, and then I got another one saying the exact opposite. They stealing from them. No, you stealing from us. And, maybe they should get together, Warner and Disney, and do a Who Framed Roger Rabbit with these characters and do an amalgam comics cinematic universe, the ACU, the amalgam cinematic universe. That's what I'm looking forward to. Thanks for that. Appreciate that. Zemian Lum. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but I appreciate that. But yeah, moving on. What's the next one? What do we got here? From Nick CM. I think he's talking to Amy. Says, great reaction. I subscribed. Can you react to Louis C.K. Magic Mike? I will note that with Amy. Are you asking me, or you obviously asking Amy? Maybe you're asking Eric. We'll pass it along. Send us a comment. Let me know who you would rather us do that reaction. I don't think I've seen that Magic Mike thing. So if you'd rather me do it, let me know. I'll do it. If you'd rather Amy, let us know. We'll put it with the other thousands of requests. All right. What's the let's see. Moving on to the next one. And that comes from I think it's the last one. Pedro Silva says, my guy has killer hair. You obviously ain't talking about me. You must be talking about Eric when he was reacting with Amy on the show, because that was the one you commented that on. My guy has killer. That dude has salon selective hair, man. I mean, every time he brushes them fingers in it, man, I don't know. I get jealous. But that's just me, man. I appreciate you guys. Remember, every time you send in like a super chat or through Patreon, we will answer your questions, your comments, concerns first right here on the show. Put it in the box through Streamlabs on that tip link. But if you just communicate us through social media, so Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and things like that. Like if you want to send a topic, if you want to email us, go to the blog. Send us a topic that you want us to talk about on the main show. Send us a link as well. And we'll throw it into We Got Your Mail as well if it's a topic that we haven't really discussed before. But yeah, I appreciate you guys taking the time and indulging with me for a bit. Like I said, this is a shooting star episode, so once I'm finished with this live stream, this is going to be unavailable and then edited, and then it'll be up there for Saturday. So with that out of the way, let me do this real quick. I'm gonna throw in the outro, and then we're gonna do some after dark topics real quick before my laptop dies. So I appreciate you guys. Until next time, see you in a few seconds.
If you like what you saw, make sure to subscribe to the channel and please drop a like on this video. It really does help us. Also, don't forget you can turn on notifications so you don't miss a single review, react, why is that trending, or We Got Your Mail.